Salut tout le monde, c'est Félix Séraphin. On se retrouve pour un nouvel épisode de Dragon Age Veilguard.
I'm not surprised. They claim we exist to deal with magic gone wrong, but the mages decide what that means.
Would you rather it be like the South, where the Templars decide?
I don't know.
Donc là, en gros, dans les épisodes précédents, on a découvert que les Venatori, avec l'aide des dieux elfiques, les Evanuris, étaient en train d'invoquer des désengences. Alors là, je check un peu les armures. Ok, là, sur le coup, je check vite fait mon équipement. Bon. Et donc là, sur le coup, là, je check un peu la petite quête qu'on va attaquer. Alors, préserve la paix. Et donc là, faut que j'aille retrouver mes camarades gardes des ombres pour leur exposer le topo. Je vais en passant m'adresser à...
I'm Lorelei. Anything you need, just ask.
Je vais en passant vendre tout ça. J'ai un petit cadeau à acheter pour Neve. Et tout bien réfléchi, je vais acheter ce bâton-là également.
Till next time.
Alors, j'ai un petit truc à vérifier vite fait. Et là, sur le coup, je vais procéder à un petit changement de groupe. Allez, je vais prendre avec moi Bellara et Neve. Ah.
That warehouse the Venatori were in.
Et maintenant, faut que j'aille m'adresser à mes camarades gardes des ombres.
I met a shadow dragon once. Or, I think I did. I mean, they didn't say they were probably a good idea, but I was pretty sure.
Why is that?
Most Tevinter are condescending, even the nice ones, but they weren't. And you remind me of them. So, it makes sense.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I am Jowen Glastrom, First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt. I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing. Explain yourself, Warden, and bear in mind that the Order remembers your past recklessness.
My past... Right. When I disobeyed orders and dropped a building on a darkspawn horde. I see you haven't forgotten.
Your report, Junior Warden.
I was part of a team trying to stop an elven mage named Solus from destroying the Veil. When we disrupted his ritual, something escaped from the Fade, and I clearly sensed the corruption of the Blight.
From this mage, Solus?
No, sir. Solus opposes the Blight. He's actually an elven god, Fen'Harel, the Dreadwolf.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales. I am here because of the Blight.
We haven't even gotten to the real fairy tale parts yet. When we stopped Solus, 2 elven gods escaped from where he'd imprisoned them. Elganon and Gillinane. And they're not just evil, they're blighted. The point is that the gods are making the Blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
I suspected more politicking from the remnants of the Inquisition. I see now that I was wrong.
I'm really glad to hear that.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
Ok, là je vais lui répondre avec poigne.
Are you kidding me?
I assure you, I am deadly serious.
We don't have time to play who's the greatest warden. You need to shut up and listen. The threat is real. The gods are coming and they're bringing the Blight with them.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable. The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do. And we will do so without a disgraced junior warden causing needless confusion. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941 Dragon.
Oula.
The Grey Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security of the Grey Wardens for this deluded girl?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little about the security of the Grey Wardens.
Stay away from the Blight, and do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
D'accord.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
Ok, donc là nous avons affaire à Dorian, un personnage qui est apparu dans Dragon Age Inquisition. Donc si vous avez vu mon let's play là-dessus, je vais pas vous faire un dessin.
You have blackmail material on the leader of the Grey Wardens just lying around.
Of course not. Where would I obtain something like that?
Oh, you were bluffing. That's actually scarier.
Magister Dorian Parvis, at your service. A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Maevaris Talani, of the Shadow Dragons.
The very same.
What's your relation to the Shadow Dragons?
About a decade ago, Maevaris and I started a political faction called the Lucerni. We were going to change Tevinter for the better. Everyone would recognize the common sense benefits of our approach, and we'd all live happily ever after.
I take it that didn't happen.
Maevaris was framed, kicked out of the Magisterium, and the Lucerni were dissolved. So she took the movement underground.
The Shadow Dragons.
Since I still haunt the Magisterium, that makes me the Shadow Dragon's man on the inside.
I think we made an enemy of the First Warden today. Well, more you than me. He just thinks I'm a dangerous idiot.
Ha! Enemy? I've ignored greater men. No Grey Warden worth the name sits in a Menrathus lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight. In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venatori. Good luck. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Only the veil stood between us and a world of blighted darkness. But on this side, the gods could only tap a trickle. They had to turn that trickle into a flood. They sure could have used Solus's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own. Drowning the world in blight was just a matter of time.
Ouh là là.
need to talk to Varric.
Bon, allez. Cap sur notre quartier général. Attends, j'ai besoin de vérifier un petit quelque chose. Ok, c'est bon. Bon, maintenant, faut qu'on aille parler à Varric pour qu'il nous donne quelques pistes.
There you are. I haven't seen much of you lately. I was getting worried. Everything all right? Wait, that dagger. I've seen it before.
Solus was using it at the ritual site.
No, before that. Shit, it can't be. Look at it, Rook.
I've been fidgeting with this thing since I picked it up, Varric. I know what it looks like.
Remember that story I told you about me and Hawk, Meredith and Orsino? How the trouble started in Kirkwall? On our expedition to the Deep Roads, that's what we found. That's what my brother tried to kill us for. An idol made of red lyrium. That sang a song which drove anyone who heard it mad.
Are you sure it's the same thing?
Oh, look at it. It's changed, but it's the same size. Same ring at the top. Not to mention, it's pure lyrium. No one, not even the dwarves in Orzammar, work pure lyrium like that. It's too dangerous.
If that's true, if this dagger is the red lyrium idol from your story, how did Solus cleanse it of the blight?
I have no idea. I can't believe you found it.
Oh, hey, Rook. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Et là, Varric qui faisait allusion à ce qui s'est passé dans mon let's play de Dragon Age 2. Donc là aussi, je vais pas vous faire un dessin si vous l'avez vu.
That depends. Am I just talking to Lace Harding, or...
Things are weird, but I'm adjusting, I think. That's not what I came in here for, though.
All right, Harding. What's on your mind?
So, the Wardens. I know some. A married couple Varric and I met while we were tracking Solus.
I'd almost forgot about that. I really am getting too old for this shit.
You think they'll talk to us? After the first warden and everything?
It's worth a try. I can write him and hope.
Okay. Let's see who's in our corner.
Ok.
Rook, when's the last time you slept?
Attendez, j'ai besoin de vérifier un truc. Ok, fausse alerte. Bon. Là, faut que je parle à l'un de mes compagnons, Neve. J'ai un petit cadeau pour elle.
This was with my things. It looks like your handwriting. I didn't read it. Well, a couple of words. I thought it might be one of mine. I don't even know how it got there.
It's those wisps. I need more wards.
Oh, I can help with that.
I started this. I'll deal with it.
Solus lived here. The Dread Wolf? It was gonna have quirks.
Solus is the worst tenant I followed, and that's saying something.
Maybe they like you.
Do you follow the chantry? The pendant. I noticed it's Andrastian.
I barely keep the holidays. It's from an old job.
Oh, which one? Maybe I read about it in a Timitor paper.
I'm barely in the papers.
Oh, but when you are, it's on the edge of something exciting. What about that one story with the demon, the diamond, and the deadbeat magister? Oh, they mentioned you twice.
That was a hit piece.
Uh-huh, great. What happened with the diamond?
Long story.
What's the short version?
You take a dip off the dock for a rock, make sure the mage can't freeze you in. You know, that job would have gone smoother, but the client ratted me out to the demon.
What?
It's always something. Funny how that didn't make the print. Tell me you read the rest of the paper too?
Oh, yes. Sometimes they have these stories, serials. They're thrilling, except they come out in pieces. I only see a few papers a year. I never know how the stories end.
These papers are from Minrathous, right? I'm guessing there's blood magic, murder, tears.
That checks out.
Who's the second most innocent character? 10 gold says they're the killer.
What about the most innocent?
I don't know. They die?
What?
All right, Belle. You get me the name of your serial, I'll try and track the ending. Just don't say we didn't warn you. I'd like to go back anyway. Spend time in Docktown, pick up gossip.
One company?
Why not? Ready to go when you are.
Ok. Et là, j'ai un petit cadeau à refiler à Neve.
Look who's thoughtful.
Ok. J'ai failli me vautrer. Tiens, je vais voir si je peux améliorer mes armes et armures. Ah. Ok, je peux rien améliorer pour l'instant. Maintenant, cap sur les Anderfell. Donc ce coup-ci, voyons voir. Je vais embarquer Harding. Voyons voir. J'hésite. Harding. Allez, et Lucanis pour changer.
Are you one spirit who moves around, or different spirits who all look the same?
As needed, dweller.
Right.
We sail.
Cold. I felt it the moment the boat docked.
Even Spite felt the chill. I did not know he could.
Donc là, nous voilà dans un nouveau lieu. Oula, démon. Oh.
Let's clear them out.
Your turn.
The Darkspawn are here. The blight on this island must be running wild.
Then we'll just have to deal with it.
Over there. Another entryway, like the one that took us to that Solus memory. There. It's happening again. We're in another of Solus's memories. Remember last time? The past really can still hurt you.
Allez, on va jeter un petit coup d'œil.
Andaran Atishan, Rasa Gilan.
Spirits, Fade friends, come forth. Enter the circle. Reveal yourselves.
Solus. Whatever happened in this memory, he was personally involved.
Spirits, the Dread Wolf asks for your assistance on a crucial mission.
The false gods, the Evanuris, have overreached. I shall humble them. Within their citadel lies a relic, with the power to imprison even a god. With it, I can bring their tyranny to an end, forever.
You are spirits of chaos, disorder, and disruption. We ask you to disrupt the Citadel's defenses. Give us the opening to get that relic. For freedom!
All visions of the past. Solus sent these spirits out to fight the gods. If we're spirits of disruption, let's act like it.
Fight for Solus? I guess as long as it gets us to the truth.
Là, en somme, on est en train d'explorer un fragment du passé de Solas.
Remember, they can hurt us. Stay sharp. Okay. Think like a spirit of disruption.
Ok. Ok, là, je regarde ce que je peux faire avec ce truc-là. Rien du tout, visiblement. Ah si, ça y est, j'y suis. Voilà.
The gods told us his fortress couldn't be breached.
More enemies. Go.
They bring the strength of the Fade.
We're almost through to their citadel. The Evanuris know it.
They've changed their plans. Elganon may be a tyrant, but he is not a fool. That means the relic is genuine. We are close. Elganon is afraid. Put our strongest in the vanguard. Prepare to breach the citadel. It will not be easy, but we shall win the day.
Disruption, lead the charge and do what you do best. Whatever champions the gods send against you, bring them down.
More of them.
Death to all tyrants!
Reinforcements! We need more reinforcements!
You must hold fast!
Oula, il se passe quoi là?
Disruption fought to the last, and it was all for nothing. We couldn't take the Citadel.
Wait, that body's me?
It was not for nothing, my friend. The distraction the spirits gave us allowed our agents to retrieve the relic.
Distraction?
No force could have breached this Citadel. But it was necessary for the enemy to believe we were committed. A heavy sacrifice, but one that gave us a real chance to end the war.
You knowingly sent all those spirits to their deaths. Solus, we're supposed to be better than that.
They died true to their nature, doing what they loved, Falasan. Let that be a comfort, that this war did not corrupt them into something different from what they were supposed to be.
Ouh là là.
A ruse. That's all it was. By this point, Solus didn't care who he sacrificed if it meant stopping the Evanuris.
I doubt it was the last time he did so either.
Let's see what this fragment can tell us.
Ok. Pour l'instant, je n'ai pas de niveau pour cette quête-là.
That fade tear is spewing blight. This is how the gods are sending the blight through the veil. Probably weakening it too.
Ok, donc voilà l'éluviane qui nous mènera aux Anderfell.
Wardens Evka and Antoine answered our letter. They're willing to talk.
In the middle of nowhere?
Where the first warden won't notice. But if they don't listen...
Your distraction worked. Could have said it when we were farther away.
Désolé, I didn't say it was a good plan. Ah, you made it!
Antoine, Evka, it's been a while.
Yes, and Harding, it's good to see you again.
I hear you've been causing problems.
I'm trying to stop them. Not my fault the First Warden has a stick up his...
And you wonder why he doesn't like you.
He barely likes us. What's going on?
It's the Elven Gods. They're real, and they're changing the Blight. Darkspawn too. You must have heard of Demeter's Crossing. The Blight there was unlike anything I've seen, and it hit too fast. Whatever comes next, it's bad.
A change? Manipulation could explain it. We've been looking into oddities with the Blight ourselves, and it's altered. I can feel it.
Then you believe me?
You're a lot of things, Rook, and a good warden's one of them. You wouldn't lie about this.
I'd lie about a lot of other things, but thanks. You're the best.
You've got our help. No need to suck up.
I'll take the compliment.
So what now?
If the Blight's changed, we need our order. The First Warden likes us more than you, but that's not saying much.
If he thinks what happened to that village was an aberration, a further hunch from Evka and myself won't win him over.
We need more proof.
If the Darkspawn are changing, Davrin might help. Even among wardens, he's known as a monster hunter. He got pulled on a mission, not sure what, but it's farther into the mountains. We can get you a rough location.
I married someone with good advice. You find Davrin, and we'll keep after the Blight.
3 wardens. It's more than we had yesterday.
The best 3 for chasing the unusual. And soon 4 if you find Davrin.
Let's make it happen. We'll see you soon.
Well, I'd say we found the camp. So did some Darkspawn, looks like.
The fire's still going.
Were they ambushed?
Oula. Ah, c'est quoi ça?
Easy, boy.
Me mange pas.
Hey there. No need to bite.
He's young, still trying to work out what he likes to eat. Who are you?
Rook. Evka and Antoine sent us. We're looking for Davrin.
You found him. Mind telling me why you smell like Darkspawn? Griffins hunt Darkspawn.
Ah, nous... Là, nous avons devant nous un autre garde des ombres.
Easy. I'm a warden too. We found blight on the tent. You've had company.
Where are Lancet and Remy?
The camp was empty when we got here.
Oula.
Hassan, to the trees!
We can help.
Another warden couldn't hurt. Try to keep up.
Bon.
He's got a scent. Follow the squawks.
Since when do we have a griffin? Aren't they extinct?
Been keeping it quiet, even from other wardens. It's why we're training in the middle of nowhere. Hassan, don't get too far ahead.
That kinda sounded like a no.
If he even listens, has a mind of his own.
Bon, sur ce, je garde la suite pour le prochain épisode. Allez, à bientôt tout le monde!